Here we are, another episode of our podcast, Black Insurance.
Big in big finance.
Yeah. No, we probably not gonna. We can't put this on the video. That was trash. We gotta work on that. But we're here, and today we're gonna just go hard on a very I'm not gonna say touchy subject, but one that everybody talks about.
Y'all, everybody talks
Everybody,
about this.
everybody.
If you ain't talked about it, you haven't had a conversation yet. That's how I feel about this conversation.
So all the males, don't be upset. All females, don't get upset.
Not choosing no sides, not being biased to the topic. Just gonna put facts out onto the table.
Yeah. So, let's go. So the subject we're going to be talking about today is in relationships. Maybe not even just in relationships, but in life. Who is more of the blame, men or women? My opinion, the man, of course. His opinion, he's gonna say,
In my opinion, yeah, the man.
It's
I would say
men.
the man. So right now we on the same page. We didn't even talk about this. We didn't even tell each other our opinions until now.
This is
So
finna go hard on us. So being a man, why is it always on the man?
first things first. It's a man's world.
This is a man's world.
It's a man. Like for real. It's always on the man because it's like the way society has kind of made things. They made it as if the man has to provide for everything and the man has to make the first move. Like, why does the man have to kneel and propose? You know what I mean? So it's like it's up to the man for everything. So that's why I feel like, just from that standpoint right there, that's why I feel like it's the man's choice, or not choice, but
I feel you. So you think do you think society's changing in a way to where men aren't having to be men?
Lately,
Yeah.
lately, yeah,
Yeah.
I could definitely agree with that.
Yo, like you, on rare occasion, do men just be men? Like, men just want to be boys, and I feel that. I feel that because I still have some boys' ways. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody just want to sit back, chill, kick it.
Yeah, but when it's time to be a man, it's time to be a man. So I'm working on it. I ain't gonna say I'm perfect, but with some decisions that I make more manly decisions. But I'm still young, relatively young, trying to figure everything out. So I mean, of course, I still do things that a younger person would do. But at the end of the day, if anything happens, it's on me,
Right?
because I'm still a man.
And it's your
I
choice.
I can't blame nobody else for something that I did. So as a man, you got to accept responsibility. Even though some women, y'all know what y'all doing. You can get a man out of his character,
comfort zone,
out of his comfort zone, and we go back to being a little boy.
Get complaining and stuff.
Already know, yeah. So you think it's too late for men, or you think it's only gonna get worse, or you think it can get better?
I mean, what's really getting it is this social media and how one video it widespread, so everybody sees it. So as everybody's seeing this depiction of men, and they're seeing it's okay, it's okay just to sit, chill, do whatever, and not really take much responsibility. Everybody's starting to see it, so I feel like it may grow. And or we just gotta be the ones to step in and be like, yo, we need to start taking responsibility as men, young men.
Yeah. So I mean, it starts. I'm gonna say, if you're a man, let's say you're about 30 years old, and you're about to start a family, I feel like you should be set you should be ready. You should know what you're about to get into. So I mean, like, you gotta make your change. You gotta make the change, like, on your own. It's not something that, just happens. Cause I mean, you can roll the punches, but as a man, you gotta have a plan. You can't just. Damn, I did. Bleep, bleep. Can you do a bleep on this? Alright, cool. Whoops, my bad. Sorry, mama. You can't just go on a whim. You gotta have some kind of plan. When you don't have people under you, you still have to have a plan. But you can live life on a limb a little bit more. But once you're in that man stage, then it's like, man, you can't slack off one bit. You gotta go hard. You gotta go really hard. Yeah, you gotta get with it. Let's see. But women, let's talk about y'all for a little bit. So we're gonna take it back, way back. We're gonna talk about Adam and Eve. I'm gonna say I don't think Adam did a good enough job to be like, hey Eve, make sure you do not eat from that tree. Look. Yeah, man. Technical difficulties. I accidentally unplugged the mic. But back to what we were saying. Adam and Eve, we're gonna take it back. I said I don't think Adam did a good enough job telling Eve not to eat that fruit. Eve might have been, like, man, I don't eat that fruit anyway. But like, I don't think Adam like put his foot down.
Let him know what it is.
Like, no disrespect, but I don't. Yeah.
He knew what was right from wrong.
Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, God confronted Adam after the fruit was eaten. Eve ate the fruit first, but he said something to Adam. So I feel like, maybe God was testing him. It probably was a test, the first test. But I feel like if Adam would have been like, hey, make sure you just don't eat from that fruit. Don't eat it. But so women are responsible in a sense too, and I feel like in today's society, like, roles are starting to get switched, a little bit. And I mean, it's it's nothing wrong with it. I understand, it's a lot of mothers out here that gotta be fathers, and a lot of fathers that gotta be mothers too. But it takes a village to raise a child, so you gotta have just more than one. That's a lot of stress.
And then, like, me, I could personally speak on that, because that's how, like, my mom was. My mother, like, she was like a single mother, and she was always trying to do it on her own. Like, it was like 5 of us, like 5 of my brothers and my little sister, and we would like see her blatantly, like, push away other family when it's help. Like, she just wanted to do it on her own. Like, we like telling her, like, yo, ma, like, you can't do it on your own. Like, what I mean, everybody needs help, like, and it's just you. Like, I understand, like, you providing, and we see it. Like, we're just trying to let her know, like we see it, but like, you just gotta understand, though. You're a single mother and you're strong, and we already understand that. But with you trying to do it yourself, you're hurting us, and you're hurting us at the same time. So, like, yeah, I could definitely speak on that.
I definitely feel that. So I don't have the opportunity to live like with my mom and my dad, with my mom and then with my dad. So, like, seeing them, Pops was like always taking taking me to my sister's college basketball games. And like, after like working a 12-hour shift, we barely missed any games. We traveled to Bama, Pensacola. And then, like, my mom was the same way. Like, I was playing basketball in Ohio. My sister was playing high school basketball. So, like, basketball season, she traveling. She's taking us everywhere. My sister riding the bus. She's going to pick my sister up from, the games after. So, just seeing, both of them hustle, that, it makes me, do what I do. But at the end of the day, you gotta have both, and that's something that kids need. Kids need both the parents.
You gotta have that Especially like if you a male, like speaking on me, like you gotta have that father figure. Like there's only so much a mother could do for her, her baby boy. She could provide that TLC, tender love and care.
But that man,
that man, like you know what I mean. Like I was saying, yeah, my mom, she always did her thing though, so I give her that.
Oh yeah.
But like it was definitely tough. It was a tough process. But now that basically all of us is out the house, all 6 of us is out the house, and it's just
6?
yeah.
I didn't know you had that many, like
5 brothers, including me, and then my little sister. So all 6 of us out the house, and she just take care of my little sister who's 11 years old. So it's like she ain't stressing about nothing. Like all of us working. So if it really get down to it, we big brother's always gonna throw money down to little sister. So she's always fine on that aspect.
Oh, yeah. That's all it's about. That's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Fire. So women. Another touchy subject. Baby daddies. We gotta get better.
Baby.
Yeah, we gotta get better at this. Kids need both parents. Now I know people be having issues, and some men.
And it's because they be having them young.
Yeah, that too. I think I mean, it depends. It just depends on the person you are. Some people mature more than others. They can have kids younger.
Nah.
But like, I feel like
I've seen.
Yeah. It depends. Like, it's all based on, once again, perspective. But like, man, I feel like if you live a little bit more, you experience, that makes it better. When you do have a kid.
Yeah, when you're an adult.
Yeah, when you do have a kid. Babies out here having babies is crazy because y'all ain't did nothing. You 16, 17, having kids and
already done canceled out your life.
Yeah, you got 18 years of a baby to take care of. like, and you can't do much after. I mean,
like, that's your permanent responsibility at that point.
Mm-hmm. You no longer like just taking care of yourself. You taking care of somebody else. Like, and you have to constantly like be around this person, take care of this person. That's a huge responsibility. So
that's why I feel like a lot of these problems be coming up because they be having them so young.
Yeah,
like they not stable. They still living in their parents' house. They still going to high school. They still doing these type of activities, and so now they got a whole responsibility of a kid.
Yeah, but once again, if the boys, just man, if you gonna sow that seed, you gotta be ready to.
You gotta stay. You gotta stick it there, soldier.
Yeah, you sow that seed. You gotta stick it out till it grows a weed.
Gots to. You can't, man. You can't pump and run, man.
Yeah, because you ruining somebody's life for real. Like
right.
that's tough on somebody. Like
not only is it tough on like the woman's aspect, it's tough on the kid.
Yeah,
like seeing both parents just.
Yeah, like if y'all looking for a really good read, not to like, maybe to change your perspective just on this like subject, but there's a book called Pimp by Iceberg Slim. It's really, really good. I'm not going to like go into the details of the book, but it just shows like if you be a man, you have a great influence on the child. That influence on the child will affect his entire career, his entire life. That kind of forms the way that he becomes a man. Some people mature later on than others, so that's why you see some people 40 years old but they still act like a kid because it just hasn't hit them yet.
Yeah,
they haven't
been through situations or been through scenarios like
where they need to be a man. Yeah. So check it out. Pimp by Iceberg Slim. It's an autobiography. It's really, really good. Great vocabulary.
I haven't read it. I'm gonna have to. You said it's a read?
Yeah, it's a book. Yep.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yep. Pimp by Iceberg Slim. Great vocabulary for a pimp. He was really out here living that life and ruining lives. Just something that like he did. He would find girls with daddy issues. You find girls with daddy issues. I mean, that just speaks, man. Like how much of an influence that a man has. Like you could ruin your daughter's life. Like that's just that easy by just not being responsible.
Being there.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's really crazy.
It be the little things.
It be the littlest things, man.
That's what I wanna challenge. I wanna challenge y'all with this. Try when speaking in a conversation with somebody, you know, a friend, family member, try listening into the little things, like the small things, the little topics, and come back to them and see how like surprised and or like their emotions will change. Because I'm telling you, the little things matter. Try paying attention to the little things. The small screw, I'm telling you, it's important. So I want to test y'all with that. Try paying attention to the little things.
Yeah, active listening. You gotta be good at active listening. In any relationship, you gotta be good at active listening. But I mean, shout out to all the co-parenters out there that's actually doing it. That's a great thing. You know, I mean, the way social media is and technology, it's probably a little bit easier to co-parent, but you know, shout out to the people that's doing that.
Actually holding it down.
Yeah, actually holding it down. You know.
Know what they did, understood, you know.
Yeah.
The situation and actually owning up to the responsibility and holding it down.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know people who probably got like group messages with their family. I know I'm in a group message with my family. It's 5. Wake up every morning, every night. It's 5. It's 5.
I'm in there with my brothers.
Yeah.
We be acting the fool.
I'm in a lot of group messages, man. I be get my phone blown up, man.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah, fantasy football. I got one with 2 dudes, or two groups of guys from MC, and then I got one with my homeboys back home. And they all 5. And then I got a couple on like Instagram, like everywhere. Then I got another one for work. So
Snapchat, I got a lot of those.
Oh yeah, of course you gotta have a Snapchat.
I'm trying to get off of social media for real. I'm trying to drift away. I'm only trying to use social media for business.
For business, yeah.
I don't want to use social media for social. I want to get out and get active.
Yeah, I like posting.
I want to be social to be social.
Honestly, I really only like Instagram because of the visuals. But I like posting pictures like once every like 3 months to sprinkle something on somebody real quick. Like, yo, I'm alive. Just let y'all know I'm alive.
Yeah, let them know like, yo, yeah, I'm still doing it.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know, I'm here. You ain't got that's why I be trying to like tell people like you ain't gotta be in social media like that. Social media is not something to like it, you know, to promote your business and let people know what you're doing. And, it's something fun to have, but like some people take it to the limit to where it's like
they're doing too much.
Yeah, they gotta know I'm doing this. They gotta know I'm doing that. You know what I mean? That's that and the other. Like, or they take it to another level of like exposing people. Or,
I can't do that,
like,
man. We all off subject.
No, we are though. But social media is getting dangerous.
It is, bro. It'll kill you. It can make you or break you. It's funny. It can really make you or break you.
It's getting dangerous.
So, like, man, what responsibility would you say that men have, like, over a relationship? Like, you married. All right, what responsibility do you have as a husband, father figure, in your opinion?
What responsibility do I have?
Yeah.
I feel like the responsibility, me in my household, I would feel like the responsibility that I would have is like providing everything. I would be responsible for the bit, like anything like of the manly work, like that. It's sad to say, y'all probably gonna hate me by me saying it's for real. But go ahead, shot strong. But like, me and my household, I mean personally, I want to be able to spoil my wife. I want my wife spoiled. I don't want my wife working. I want my wife chilling, like doing whatever she want to do. If she want to, make a little business, she go ahead and make a little business. She want to do a nail salon, she go ahead and do that. I don't want her like, focusing on like, hey, I gotta make money to provide for the bills and stuff like that. I want to be the one to be able to take care of that. So I feel like that would be my role in that, just to provide, provide the essentials and like, whatever, just be up to her. So that's how I look at it. I feel like I'm the provider. Like I gotta provide, and that's that's how it is. The man supposed to provide for the family. The man's supposed to provide the plates to eat.
I feel that. I agree. I feel like as a man, like your job is to like build. Like you feel me? Like you gotta build and create. Like we came first, so that means like we are part of the creator. So that means we create. Like women, you carry the seed and you create as well, but men create. So I feel like that's what we're supposed to do. So I feel like in a family, you're supposed to build that family up. Like you're not supposed to just stay stagnant. So you're supposed to make sure that your family goes up and gets better and gets better. So that way, you spread like generational knowledge and generational wealth as well, and just stuff like that. So that way, your kids know what they're doing,
Right.
and then they see it, and then they're like, okay, well, my dad did it this way, and my mom did it this way, and we were freaking awesome. So I'm gonna make sure I do the same thing,
And maybe do it better.
and maybe do it better, because as
it's gonna be a different generation at that point as well.
So you gotta adapt, but I feel like the responsibility of a man is to build. You gotta build your family. You can't just have a family. You gotta build your family.
Right.
The man has to take care of the finances. In my opinion, you gotta it's gonna be bumps and bruises.
And I'm not saying it's not okay to probably split the two and make it it's gonna benefit both. Both spouses.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that like the woman shouldn't have an opinion. The woman definitely has an opinion, but at the end of the day, I just feel like it's the man's responsibility to make sure that everything is taken care of. The wife is like you said, supposed to be the loving one, the one that's supposed to be taking care of the kids, making sure everybody's straight, because the man is he's built for stress.
I'm gonna say it like this:
the man's built for stress.
When a woman is pregnant for 9 months, what's happening?
Wait.
Alright, hold on though. I ain't gonna say that, but like they holding or like if we look at married couples, like good couples, we can look in that area. The ones that are together and actually doing it. If you look at it, they're holding the baby for 9 months. The man is out working, providing. You gotta provide for this. Gotta provide for his wife. You gotta provide for the bills, or maybe vice versa. But most of the time, if they're doing well, it's the man taking care of the woman at that point. Because she's pregnant, she's in labor. So like, if you look at it from that, like it's just meant to be. Like. It's just meant to be. Like the man should, provide. The man should be the one to just, like you said, build and be they should be responsible to make sure everything's going. It's like
gotta be the shepherd.
Yeah,
the shepherd of the flock. You gotta lead your family. Your family go wherever you go. If you leave your family out to the wolves, they get eaten. That's what happens if a shepherd out not guarding his flock. If he not out guarding his flock, feeding his flock, they get eaten or they die.
What does it look like if someone random come knocking at your door and your wife go answer? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit.
I don't know. I feel like UPS man be at the door.
It's like 11 p.m.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody knocking on your door and your wife answer.
Maybe stay in bed. I got this.
Like what does that? What does that look like?
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, it's the man's job to make sure everything's good, everything's safe, everything is going right.
There's a social and like social hierarchy in families. It's supposed to be the man at the top, but once again, it's a group, it's a team.
It's a team. But what I would say, the women got it. They could call the shots.
Yeah.
Y'all got it, bro.
Got it. Because the thing is,
everything.
Man, men love they mama.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put that ring on as a man, you stop being a boy, and you stop being a boy, you love her, bro. You love her. So it's your mama, and then your wife. Love, that's what men know. So women, you run it too. Don't think that women don't have no say. So because if you provide that emotional support that a man needs, because if a man don't say he not emotional, he weak.
Right.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I be crying all the time, bro.
It be like that sometimes.
It be like that sometimes, bro. Yeah, man.
I be crying, bro. If I do cry, the last time I cried, it's been a minute. But if I do cry, it's just because I'm mad, though, bro. I just be mad.
It depends, man. Sometimes I be getting caught up in the moment. It just depends. I ain't gonna say I cry all the time, but like I shed a couple tears, a month.
A little stress tear.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I mean, if a woman's provide that emotional support that a mom gives, that love that a man needs, and she's always, supporting him, because that's the biggest thing. You support your man, you tell him, he can do anything. He gonna try to do anything for you. He gonna take care of the family. So, women, you got to say so too. Don't let your man quit. Don't.
Yeah, you got to be that. Of course, the man is the tough one, but you got to be that backbone. Yeah. You the support, bruh. You got to hold him down.
Women, you got to know your man. You got to know your man weaknesses, because sometimes they gonna show, and when they show,
it's only gonna show to you.
Yeah, he probably only gonna show them to you. So I mean, you gotta be that support system for it. Because I know, when I be when I struggle, I be like, man, I'm calling my mom. I still calling my mom.
Sometimes I be calling my little sister, man. I don't be knowing who to talk to. I be like, I know she know what to say. Mm-hmm, my little sister, she got a little brain on.
Mm-hmm, but it's that woman's voice that comfort. It's like, man, they hold you down. Like it is gonna be alright. It ain't gonna, it's not gonna be like that forever. But men do that too. Do that too. Men should be able to be in check with their emotions. I don't think men. I'm too tough. Nah, nobody's too tough, yo. Everybody got a soft spot, man. No matter how much somebody try to act tough, they got a soft spot somewhere. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody heartless. So what responsibility? What specific responsibility should a woman have?
Should a woman have?
Yeah, let's just say a woman make more money than a man. Does she get control over the finances?
If she make more money than the
man. If she make more money.
Honestly, if she's making more money and she's the one that's really putting it on the table, I feel like she should make the finance calls, because it's her money, it's her words. So I feel like she should make the majority of the finance calls.
That's just tough for me. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
You can't argue that. Like, what you can't. Like?
The reason I'm gonna say it's tough for me, because I don't want the woman to have to worry about the money. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I just want her to, if she wants to work, just work, come home, relax. Yeah. Just I don't want it to be another stress, because I would want to take all the stress.
But what if she's just making it like that?
If she's just making it like that, she already got it. Like I can't be upset with it. Keep doing what's working.
You just do your thing.
Keep baking that cake. You good? Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'd struggle with that. I'd be like, ooh, why she doing me like that?
I'd be proud.
I'd be proud too. I wouldn't be upset, but it'd just be different. It'd be like, man,
it's a different role you gotta take. You just gotta slack it up. That's gonna show if you a man or not, for real.
Yeah, that'll make or break you too. Because once because if she be like, I make more money than you, be like, okay. I'm sorry. I mean, I feel like if I'm making a decent amount of money that we could live off of, let's just say I'm making $50,000, my wife making $150,000. Look, this what we gonna do, baby. I'm gonna tell her, look, this what we gonna do. We gonna live off this $50,000 for the next 10 years, and we gonna build with that 150, and we gonna be straight. We gonna make it work for 10 years, and then we gonna get out of here with that 150,000, and you gonna do something else. Cause I'm tired of seeing you work.
That's how I am. I'm tired of seeing my mom work.
Yep.
Still.
Yep.
She 49, 48, 49.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, man. I think finance is another thing that people need to talk about. I feel like if a man not talking about the money, I feel like that's a big problem, because women want to be secure. They want to know they're straight. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if you're not letting a woman in on the money, she gonna get nervous.
And then as a woman and you as a man, you're taking these roles as saying, I got it, But if something's really going on within, your financial situations, but you over here sitting quiet saying I got it, and in their head, in their mind, they got that comfort of saying like everything's good, everything's
good.
Right.
But once stuff start getting shaky is when you need to start talking the most. Like, because I feel like that's why a lot of people get divorced because they just don't have open communication, or they might not really know who they're actually getting married to. People change, but you gotta have that communication because that's number one key. If you're not talking, you losing time. Ain't no telling what else you losing. It's
definitely communication. I struggle a little bit. I admit, as a man, I do struggle a little bit with communication, but that's just only because I'm trying to get myself. I'm only like 21, so I'm trying to get myself together, get myself rolling, get the ball rolling. So I'm trying to communicate here, communicate there, and disperse my time with everybody. But I also do gotta remember my time is my time, and the only person that's gonna do it is me.
Yeah.
So I be having to take that step and initiative to be able to explain that sometimes. But I do take fault in communication as well.
Yeah. And that's another thing, man. Once you become a man, you gotta. Like, men not supposed to be fighting unless you're like a professional fighter. Like, you're supposed to be able to communicate your problems. Like, you're supposed to be able to talk your problems out. If you can't talk your problem out, you gotta walk away.
Right.
It's not worth the time if you can't talk it out. So you gotta develop those communication skills. Men and women. That it puts you in a better situation if you can openly communicate. Because close communication, people don't like secrets. Don't nobody like secrets. Everybody always. When they hear a secret, they be like, "What you say? What happened? What happened?" Yeah. People nosy because don't nobody like secrets, bro. So you gotta have that communication. You gotta have that communication.
Communication is key.
Bro? Another deep question, bro. Are some of these men and women doomed for failure?
What you mean by that?
Like,
further explain.
Okay, let's just say, you got 5-6 kids, your baby daddy in jail, your other baby daddy somewhere, he took off. Are you doomed to fail?
Like, are you saying, are you bound to fail?
Are you bound to fail?
Yeah. Or, that depends on who you are as a person, because some people, like, they got that mentality. Because I know, like, me and you, we got that mentality of, like, I don't care what situation I'm in, I don't care what's happening, you can put me in fire, I'm about to get it, I'm going to get out. But then you got some people that's like, they soak into it, they grief into the moment, they take it in, so like they bring it all into them, and so they just keep, it's not a progression, it's just keep decreasing, keep that regression down. Yeah. So like it could be a hurt in that way. So that's what I would feel, but that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know about the word doomed, but I'd say doomed. Because that's a strong word, bro. When you hear doomed, you be like, dang, doomed, man, what?
Over with.
Doomed. It's over with, but I think it's harder. You're already like in a pot with oil on the sides. You gotta climb out. And now the pot hot, like now the pot, like now somebody cooking. It's hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can get out. Like it's hard, but once again, man, you just gotta. Once again, man, you just gotta be responsible. Cause it's all on us. Some women can be deceivers. I mean, I ain't even saying words. That's not even a word.
Deceivers.
Yeah, deceivers. I think I deceiving. My bad. We're back in black. But yeah, I think some women can be deceiving and like they can like take advantage of some really really good men, cause it is some really really good dudes out there that do get played. Cause women, y'all know what y'all doing too. Y'all not slick.
Mm-hmm. Women are smart. Y'all got a brain. Y'all
women
smart.
Play games way better.
Y'all
way
better.
Doing. They do.
Y'all ain't stupid.
Yeah, like if you if you ever ask a dude why he like cheat for real, he gonna be like, most of the time, I got caught up because like they don't. That's they a dude. That's what he know. But like women, they gonna give you a whole book because they done already wrote it.
They know they not they gonna know. Just give it up just to give it up. I'm telling you,
women play games.
That's just that. That stuff is passionate to you. Like that means something. And yeah, I might sound like
a little biased.
Yeah, very biased right now saying this, but this is my personal opinion on this topic. But and we speak this topic a whole lot. But like I really feel like, you know, for a girl to give it up, you know, it means more than for a guy. Like a guy really like y'all call us dogs, quote unquote. And you know, that's all it is. Like, you know, it's just boom, 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 get it over with, and then it means nothing. Like you could really not mean nothing to me, but for a girl, I feel like it really means something to them. It's valuable to them. Like they value that. Guys already are not valuing it. So like they girls, you know, they cherishing this, you know, thing, you know. So for a girl to give that up, like that means like they knew what they was doing. They planned this out. They knew giving this up is this consequence. They giving it up because they want to give it up. Like you know what I mean. So like they know what they doing. Yeah. Y'all know what y'all doing. Don't blame me. I know the game.
In a marriage, what is a reason for divorce?
A lot. It could be the kid.
Oh man.
And it's sad to say.
That is.
And it's sad to be the first thing I said.
Look, it is, bro. You can go ahead and preach, bro.
It could be the kid.
Yeah.
And money.
Money.
Of course, cheating is always a big one. You know, especially in today's society. And especially with social media, it's just so easy to cheat now if you really think about it.
You can be whoever you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You can create anything, and you can be whoever you want to be.
Well, even like back in the day, it was like not much easier to cheat because you had to get a phone call. You got to meet somebody over.
You had to write letters, bro. You had to send smoke signals.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah.
7.
You got to walk over there. Like
30.
You gotta, you know what I mean? That's you got to meet. Ain't no social media where you can just hit somebody up and be like, yo, what you doing? Hey, where you at? You know what I mean? Hey, what you wearing? That's that and the other, and just easily
scary, bro.
And it's so it's just boom, you pull it out and you just type it in. Like it's just that easy.
It's a lot of reasons why I'm single. One of them is because like I just don't got the time for it, man. I don't got time for games. I don't care. Like I just so and then I'm not ready for one. So I'm not gonna hop in. That's me being responsible enough to be like, I'm not gonna hop in something I'm not ready for. So that's why I'm single, because I'd rather just chill, do what I gotta do. But when that time, I mean, if somebody was to like, they had to be different.
They gotta change it. I want like me. I've always said like, and it's weird because my brothers have wives too themselves, and they always like said they never gonna get a girl that's like their mama. But every woman they have, all of their wives are just like, you know, our mom. Like they resemble our mom in a way.
Yeah.
And so like, you know, I want a woman that, you know, that could put me in check. Like, you know what I mean? Of course, you know, I'm gonna hold my own. Of course, you know, I'm gonna be this, that, and the other. But if I could just walk all over you and just do whatever I want, you know what I mean? That's just not cool. I need a woman that's gonna put her foot down and be like, yo, nigga. Bleep. And be like, yo, like, that is not okay. That is not cool. Like, you know, just put their foot down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely feel that. She got to be a strong woman. I mean, because women be strong too, yo. Like, really, really strong. They, like, that pregnancy ain't no joke.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to know what half of that feel like, bro.
Man,
and they go through that.
That could crush a relationship right there.
Yeah, bro. Yep.
That process right there.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you got to figure out how you about to pay for this.
Like, kids expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Kids is diapers not cheap. Yeah, diapers not cheap. That I mean, hopefully, you know, not on formula. I'm gonna go all natural. Breastfeed, yo. Yeah, I'm gonna have me one of them big old Alabama babies, bro. 5-star. Full bag. Already know. Yep.
That's so good.
Yeah. But, I mean, what were we just talking about? What were we just talking about, bro?
You talking about you go breastfeed. You talking about the
Oh
pregnancy.
man, nah, before that.
Talking about women. Talking about women in pregnancy.
Oh yeah,
How they're strong.
Mm-hmm. Man, I got lost, bro. I got lost. Oh yeah. So like my thing about divorce, man, divorce not cool.
Yeah.
Divorce is not cool. So like I think if you really love somebody, like you know when you know, but like and when you really love somebody, you gotta stick it out. Like you gotta find a way. You gotta change something. You gotta that just means you gotta change something. Like if you done tried and tried and tried and like tried and like trying isn't like you don't just try over a year. You gotta try for years, bro. You gotta try for a long time. You don't just try for a couple months. You gotta try.
So that's how I feel like that's the position I'm at right now. It's like I feel like every time stuff don't go right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard you. You good? You changed it, bro. You good, bro? We good? PG-13.
But yeah, every time stuff don't go right, like I feel like I just want to throw it all away. But then I be thinking like, did I give myself that fair chance? Did I give myself that 100% chance, that 100% shot to actually see, if this, if this would work out, or is it working out? Like actually look back, because I fought a lot of like looking back to the wrong instead of actually looking back and seeing the good as well.
Yeah.
So like you can never grow, you would never like accept that, because you would never accept the change and see the change in like the opposite person. Yeah. So like I fought in that too, because I be blinded in the situations at times. Sometimes just be getting so mad, like I just be like dang, like I just wanted to work now, like you know what I mean.
You gotta
understand. Yeah, you gotta understand. You gotta be patient. You gotta let it grow. You gotta work on it.
And that's a big thing too. People don't be patient, man. You gotta be patient when you get married to somebody, because you with them. You literally with them all the time. Like, like I know being with my sister. I mean, it was annoying. It used to be annoying sometimes. I still annoy my sister because I'm always that annoying little brother. That's what I do. I'm honestly like an annoying cousin too. I annoy everybody. But
I be on it.
I just like being on people. Like I like messing with people. That's fun to me. But like you gotta be patient. You gotta know when to turn it on, turn it off. You gotta know, your weaknesses in the relationship, and you gotta try to like eliminate your weaknesses. You want to be as well balanced as you can, as a woman as a man. So I mean that way, like divorce is never really an option. Like it shouldn't be an option. It's like, okay, we done been through this before. We can go through this. Like, let's just get right.
It's like when you come upon those obstacles, it's just easier to overcome it.
Even
you already done been through it.
Depending on the scenario, even cheating, sometimes you might not need to divorce. You might just really need to find some issues that are really deeply rooted.
I'm gonna have to sit my cup on that one.
Like I said, some scenarios.
Cheating to how far are we cheating?
Let's just. All right.
I need you to specify.
Because I don't know until like it happens. But like, if it like, let's just say you was getting cheated on, like it happened one time. Like, and you already like 5-10 years in your marriage. You can't just throw out the bag. You can't just throw away everything, bro.
I feel that 5-10 years, you
deep in there, like,
and it's like, but then like, don't that change your image? Like
it do. It makes you.
I thought this whole time, it's been a lot. So like now you in a situation where I don't feel comfortable no more. Everything is like this whole thing's been a lot. What else you been lying about?
Yeah, and that's a growing process in itself, and that's tough. That's very tough. So that's why I say I don't know, but like man, cause that
5-10 years deep.
You deep, bro. But like, if it's been going on, let's say it was going on for like over a year. Oh yeah, you can leave it, bro.
You out of there.
She been gave up. She done gave up the bag. So I mean, at that point, it ain't really nothing to go for. But like, if it happened one time and it was once. You just can't throw away the whole bag.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta be reasonable. You gotta be
like, look, you gonna be mad.
and men,
you gonna be mad, man. I already know, bro. Man, ain't no way.
It be like that. But yeah, men though, like you gotta understand, like don't go out doing stuff and then not expect the same in return. Like I mean, it shouldn't be a tick for tat. But if it do end up, becoming in that situation,
you're making it worse.
Yeah, it's making the situation. At that point, y'all should just go ahead and just, either work it out, get real, and stop playing games, or just separate, just leave it ones apart, because you're only making the situation worse.
Yeah.
But
I think another reason I would consider divorce is constant lying.
Definitely.
Yeah, constant lying. Like if it's
a lie to another.
Yeah, just built up. I mean, because at that point, you done killed trust.
Yeah, you can only lie so much.
Yeah, you can only lie so much. Of course you can still love somebody, but that don't mean you gotta be with them.
Mm-hmm.
You can love somebody and not be with them. But once you build something, you can't just throw it all away. You can't. But if you only got love only do so much. I say in a relationship or in a marriage, love is only 25% of what matters for real. That other 75, you gotta be solid in your mind.
Right.
You gotta be emotionally strong. Love only means so much.
Yeah. Even towards businesses, of boss to employee, or even mother to son, or dad daughter, just anybody. You always gotta have that communication to be on the same page, because nobody knows what you're thinking. You can't read the opposite person's mind. You can't just assume that they know how you're feeling. It would take time for that. Yeah, if you're 20 years down the road, if this action, you see this emotion, yeah, you should know. That's that, or this is what's happening, or you start to grow on that. But the only way to grow on that is to start with communication.
You gotta start talking. Yeah.
So you gotta talk. You gotta understand the other person, understand what the other person's thinking, how the other person's feeling. You gotta voice these opinions. If you don't voice these opinions, even the angry ones, the ones that's even ugly, you have to voice those opinions, because then you will come to an understanding this topic really means this, to this person. Maybe I should do this or do that. You come to a compromise within each other. Maybe if you don't come to a compromise, you still come to an understanding of what the other person is thinking, what the other person's opinion is. So communication, I feel would be a big key. And if you just communicate, you could prevent. You could prevent. Build relationships, and you could prevent divorce. Definitely
prevent burnt bridges. You prevent burning bridges.
Prevent them.
Yeah, you got to. You got to. Let's see. All right, how we gonna change? How are men gonna change? How we gonna do it, man? What we gonna do?
Man, stop. Just stop.
It's hard, bro. It's gonna be hard, bro.
Stop with the games.
Yeah, man, it's hard, bro.
Stop playing, man.
Women too. Y'all stop playing games too, but men.
You can't be in the game and try to play the game.
What? What?
I understand. I'm about to break it down.
Break it down. Let me.
You can't be in the game and try to play the game. Meaning, you will play it, whatever. You know what I mean? So you in the game, right? So you can't go out here and try to get in a relationship, and expect the girl to play the game right, but you still playing the game. That's how you see what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't be in the game and try to play the game. Yeah. No, it don't work like that, man. You just gotta understand, I
feel it.
It goes both ways. It's just not only our feelings in the situation, it's also an opposing person in the relationship. So you gotta understand and take in for both causes. It's never one sided, and you always gotta come to that conclusion and be able to admit to that point. Yeah. You just gotta know.
What I like doing is I like watching other people's relationships. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like doing, just so I can
see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like that. Yeah, I don't want to be like that. That's cool. I like how they do it.
I like that.
And then I like another thing. I don't think I'm weird, but I like creeping on people's pages and like when they be in a relationship, and then like they keep posting, they'll start posting more pictures. He be like, man, they weren't posting that many pictures. Man, you like go on their profile, they could be single. They done deleted all the pictures with they lover. I just, man, that's crazy to me.
Quick,
yeah,
just that quick.
Just that quick.
I be seeing it a lot.
Yeah,
like
that's one of my favorite things.
I be noticing it too. I be scrolling on Instagram sometimes, and out of nowhere I get a like, and it's from somebody that never, like, you know, last time I spoke to them, they had a boyfriend, or you know, they had a mate or whatever. It was in a relationship. And I'm like, okay, what is this person liking my picture for? So I go onto their page to see, you know, their status. Everything's clear. Everything's gone. Every picture, everything, fair pics, Six Flag pics, everything's gone.
Y'all do social media divorce. That's crazy. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not. I can't.
I don't like to carry my relationship to social media.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't.
Because that involves other people. Then other people feel obligated to be updated at some points, and like I had, that's one thing I never like doing. I never like involving my relationship with social media. It's just
I did that. I used to do that. Well, young. I ain't know.
Yeah, I was legit.
Yeah, I ain't know.
I was young.
I'm in a relationship on Facebook. Nah, man, you can't do that anymore, man.
Nah, people you grown.
Yeah, people want to know everything about you.
Yeah,
and there's some people I think are like honestly try to ruin, like, you know, some things.
They see something good going on, or they either want them. Yeah, and they want to.
Yeah, they be like, oh man, I wish I would have had, or you know, I'm gonna mess it up for them, man. Some people really be out to get you, bro, and that's messed up. So I mean, I'm not gonna tell you not to, but I'm not putting my relationship on social media like that. You know, we're gonna have to be.
I could weather it.
It depends. It's gonna have to be a long time. It's like, you know, if we done dated for like 6 months, you're not going on my page, you know. But if we done been together for a couple of years, you know,
you done deserved it, right? Yeah. You done held it down, and you know what I mean. Like
that's it. Your trial period's over.
You're ready. You done. Stepped up, you know.
The people that be having different boyfriends and girlfriends every 2-3 months.
You always seeing somebody new, like, dang, that look.
What you doing? Like, ain't no way that's fun. Like, hey, that's stressful, yo. I've been in relationships like that. It's stressful, man. Because you just hopped out of bad one, and you finna hop right back in another one. You think you're gonna be straight. You haven't even like.
Didn't even give you time to cope, recover.
Your scars is like still open. Like
you just quit, and like. I hate when some people just, you know, they be like, I just can't be alone. Like,
yo, that's you gotta learn how to be alone in order to be with somebody.
You came in this world by yourself, you're definitely gonna leave this world by yourself. You gotta understand to hold yourself. You gotta get yourself together.
Facts, that was deep.
Get yourself together.
Yeah, you gotta know what it's like to be alone. Because, I mean, if you get lonely, man, people do crazy things when they get lonely, bro. People do crazy, desperate things when they get lonely, bro. And it's, like, being alone, it's a sad thought, but, like, once again, you got to learn how to cope with that feeling. Like, man, I'm by myself right now, but it can only be so much worse.
Yeah.
Like, but
it can only get worse. But what you gonna do about it?
Yeah, the people that constantly have to be with somebody, though, man, I know that's tough because... a lot of emotional scars, bro.
A good thing, honestly, to probably like try to cope with those things, or like what I do is just kind of when I get it, like when I feel like I'm alone or feel like I'm in a box or like trapped or everything's just on top of me, I kind of just ask myself questions. Continue to ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions to where you kind of just talk yourself out of to whatever you're thinking or whatever doubt you have. Because when you continue to just ask questions, you start to like just think like, all right, so say I'm in a situation where I don't have enough money to pay for this bill. And so, like, I'm, like, asking myself questions. So what are you going to do if you don't make the bill at this date? What's going to happen? Then you think about the scenarios, and now you're thinking, like, this is what's going to happen if I don't pay the bill. So now you're constantly thinking. So now you're like, yo, I got to get up. I got to go do something. I got to go find something. You know, now you're putting yourself in action because you done taught yourself out of
that is like, a part of becoming a man or a woman. Like, that's a part of growth. bro.
And that's what I see myself doing a lot. Like I do that, like, and it works for
smart.
me.
Yeah. Am I gonna be alright? I'm gonna be alright. Yeah, I gotta Bill do this day. I got this much money. All right, I can do this and this. That's being a man. That's being responsible. That's smart. That's really smart.
Talking it out.
Effective questions. And once again, if you can communicate with yourself and make yourself a better person, it's only going to make whatever else you do.
And then they'll make the people around you better people. Yeah. They'll see how you operate because you're not settling for, bad habits, you know what I mean?
Of your environment, Yeah, that's smart, man. You gotta have those communication skills, bro.
Got to
build bridges, don't burn them. Build bridges, don't burn them. Last question, man.
What we got?
Dating.
What about it? What's the status on it?
How long do you date somebody before you pop that question?
Me, all of my relationships, everybody hate me. Everybody in high school that knew me hate me for it. But we got to be talking for at least like a year. Maybe a year and a half or maybe 2 years before I even say, hey, you want to be my girlfriend? I feel like it's like, why hurry up and jump into a relationship when you're just going to break up later? Why not just, date it out? Like, like really use the word dating. Dating is like, you're
supposed to date. You're supposed to be active.
Go out, get to know the person, talk to the person, communicate with the person, kind of like that stuff, like, so I kind of take that serious, and I take it serious of like, why waste my time calling this person my girlfriend when, later on it's just going to happen this way. So I like to actually be patient, take my time, get to read a person, get to understand a person, make sure, this person's for me. So, it's going to take me like, about a year. I only had, throughout my times of my 21 years of living, I only had 4 girlfriends, or 3. Yeah.
I think I done had like
3 or 4. I probably wouldn't even count one.
3 or 4.
So, like, I haven't... That may be a lot. Some people high school sweethearts. That may be not a lot, but I ain't never really rushed. And those were like long, relationships. There was like, the first one was like 3 years. The second one was like, I was only in 3 relationships. Yeah, 3. So like, those are like 4 years, and like, you know what I mean. Like I was dating for a minute.
I think I dated a girl for a year. Another girl for like 3 years. A little over 3 years, maybe under 3 years. It was around 3 years, and then I don't think I dated anybody after that. I might have dated somebody for like a couple months, but it just wasn't nothing serious. But like, yeah, man. Sorry to any. Speaking of that, back in my prime, when I was playing games.
Yeah.
Back when I was playing games, I was being a boy. A boy.
A little boy.
I would be another boy.
A little boy.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, bro, I think what I did is I apologized to all of them because I was like, look.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I was like, look, I felt really bad. I was being irresponsible. Mm-hmm. I wasn't being a man. That's all on me. So, I ain't do that for everybody, but the ones that like I really hurt, or like if you really meant something to me, I apologize. Mm-hmm. But like,
That's it. Like my last relationship.
It make you feel bad, bro. Like when you think about it, you like, man, I ain't have to do it like that. Man.
Yeah, you get to thinking like, dang, because you finally grow up. You finally see like, that's not how you should treat a woman. Is that how you gonna treat your mom? Yeah. Is that how you gonna treat your sister? Like that's how I do. Like, daughter. I was just thinking like,
that's why I'm trying to right my wrongs. I might have some daughters, bro. Like, I gotta get right.
You gonna stack you up with daughters.
Yeah, you already know it.
But yeah, like that's what I said. Like with my last relationship, I wasn't being, it was like this is my second. I only had 3, so like it was the one I have now. So like that's my third one. But it was the second girl I was dating, and this is high school though. So like. I did her so wrong. I was still growing up, and like, I was a 4-sport athlete. You know what I mean? I was starting varsity since my freshman year. And then when coming in my freshman year, my older brother is a senior. So I'm already put like on game. Everybody's like, like low key. I'm not even gonna like talk it up or like make it seem like that. But like people already just know me, and like I was young and I was growing up, and I was like I lied about things. I said I was here and really was there. I was just like mad young. I was probably like 15, 16. So like since then, like ever since after that relationship, I'm glad I kind of learned from that relationship, because I was just like that is not how you should do it. Like, and I apologize for it. And I I haven't been in a relationship since. Like I'm kind of like bouncing on one right now. But like I just like to. Like I apologize to like everybody that I talked to, or maybe even like talked to and like treated poorly. Like I made sure I was just like, yo, like I was mad young. Like I even go back to people like till this day, like how I just used to just speak to them and like things like that. Like I was just mad young, immature. I used to just say whatever. I couldn't control myself. I couldn't control my second head. I'm gonna just be honest. Like I was just young, and like it was just we were just growing up fast, and like we always seen things like that, like just being around us. Like that's how it was done, and like that's how. We were seeing, so I didn't really notice. Like, I was being a boy. But I can't concur, and I told myself like I never treat no girl like that ever again. Like I'm always gonna be real. I'm always gonna keep everything out on the table. Ain't no reason to lie. And like when you tell the truth, bro, the truth sets you free. Literally, like when you don't lie, you really don't get twisted up in nothing. Yeah. Like you can never twist up the truth. You can never.
And then people like you save time, bro. People really invest time in a like relationship, bro. 3 years is a long time, yo. So imagine like what you like the games that you could play over 3 years, bro.
365 times 3.
Yeah. A lot of days. You could play 365 days worth of games, bro. Like, and that's terrible. You wasting time at that point.
Like how you wake up every day
and be like,
I'm about to play. I'm about to do this today.
Yeah, get like a guilty feeling. That just means something gonna come back to you in the end.
It's gonna karma, bro.
Yeah, karma's real, yo. Like, and I know mine's coming eventually, man. I don't know, maybe. Hopefully, I don't write it all wrong.
I think mine came.
It'd be like that,
but it might come again.
It'd be like that. It's tough, bro. So I mean, yeah, y'all still working on it, so we still young, but it's like let's try not to build bridges.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's it for the day.
That's what we got.
Thanks for listening. It's been an awesome podcast.
Big finance.
Big finances.
Big finance.
Follow us on Instagram.
Big finance.
At Black Insurance Guys.
Big finance.
Yes, indeed.
If we're Black Insurance Guys, where's the F come from?
What?
Are we Big Finance?
Yeah, that's the name, but come on, man. Let's go ahead and end this.